Go to Bluetooth here with you, and today I came across a very interesting article, and it talked about the Big 12 going after the Pac 12, getting teams from the Pac 12, just like the Pac 12 tried to do to the Big 12, and they did end up with Colorado. And all this was brought on because, number one, UCLA has asked for a $19 million buyout from the Pac 12. The Pac 12 network is failing miserably, and USC, the moneymaker, the big moneymaker for the Pac 12, is not happy with the Pac 12. Now, in this article, they suggested a North and South, which in the North would be West Virginia, Iowa State, Kansas, Kansas State, Oregon, and Washington, Oklahoma, and Oklahoma State. South Division, USC, UCLA, Texas, Texas Tech, Baylor, TCU, Arizona, Arizona State. I think if the Big 12 were to do this, don't worry about Oregon or Washington at the moment. I would go with an East and a West. The East being West Virginia, Iowa State, Kansas, Kansas State, Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, Texas, and TCU. And the West being Baylor, Colorado, get Colorado back, get Utah. So get Colorado and Utah instead of Oregon and Washington because of logistics. Now later on you can go after them later. So West, Baylor, Colorado, Utah, Texas Tech, Arizona, Arizona State, USC, and UCLA. Now, as a West Virginia fan, I've been a proponent for West Virginia going to the ACC. I think it's the best bet for West Virginia. But, the Big 12 is making a lot more money than the ACC and the Pac-12. The Big 12 is only behind the SEC and the Big 10 as far as revenue goes. So, you know what? This might not be a bad route, and if there was an East and West instead of a North and South, I think that's a terrible idea. Then travel, would be about the same for West Virginia, save, maybe one road game would be going farther west. Other than that, most of our road games would still be about the same. So, a little food for thought, and I thought it was very interesting, and I thought it was worth a video and see what you guys thought about that. Now, this wouldn't happen until at least 2024 when the Pac-12 deal is up. So, it's still in the future, but, let's see what happens. What do you guys think about that? I think it's very interesting and very doable, seeing as how some people are not happy in the Pac-12. And if you split it up East and West, kind of makes sense. That's all I got for you today. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on my next show.